All right. Good evening, everybody. So I'm going to redo this video from one I did last night because after listening to the one last night, the mic setting was horrible. So that's on me. So I'm going to kind of go over everything again and probably do a speed run instead of taking my time. Look, we got all the time in the world. WAGMI launches tomorrow, so I will be doing that launch. I will be recording that launch and then making that public, and then it's just game on, and we'll see uh, what the tech looks like and how it plays out. So what you're seeing right now is basically our board, which is the APR, which is the Apex Predator Rewards. This is on the homepage of BaseBid. So what you'll do is, or what we'll do is we'll click on Create Token, and that puts us in the UI. So from here, we're going to build out a token. So most of this stuff is pretty standard in the space, but there's a lot of custom stuff, and I will go over all that as I'm going through it. So look, I'm gonna kind of go back and forth between WAGMI and the Launchpad. So because look, they're both intertwined. So what I'm going to do on this video is do a practice launch for WAGMI, like we're going to launch WAGMI. Okay. So what we'll do, and I'll kind of scroll down here. So it has the fee builder, deck settings, description, and socials, and then you're going to build it out. And over here, it has a live preview. So it keeps track of the progress and the progression through the token launch. So what we'll do is we'll do the WAGMI here. So we'll just, it's going to be called We're All Going, and I'm typing with my right hand. So I'm holding the mic with my left. So we're all going mentally, mentally insane. So we chose this moniker because it fits WAGMI more than we're all going to make it, because as we have all seen over the course of a few years, especially on Solana, we've all got wrecked, and y'all can all kind of thank each other for that because y'all keep supporting all of the crime syndicates. So we're going to we're all going to make it to rest, and we're going to create a new moniker, and it's all good, right? Moving on. It's no big deal. So we'll just put WAGMI as the ticker. We'll upload the logo. I'll go ahead and do that now. So there it is. So right here it says it's on the live preview. So as we're all going mentally insane, that's WAGMI. Yep, at WAGMI. WAGMI is the token name by username on the base APR board. We're all going mentally insane, blah, blah, blah. And here's the logo. It's right here. So we'll have description and socials. So we'll do that. I'm just going to put test here, testing. But this is where we'll put the description of WAGMI right here. It's all good. And then website, X, Telegram, Discord. The links will go here, and you'll keep it moving, right? No big deal. This is not complicated. Now we get to the deck settings, and this is going to be kind of the cool and fun part, right? So we're going to launch through Radium, and we're going to set our fee at 4%, and then we're going to start the market cap. So we're going to launch at a 1:1 ratio market cap to LP. So we're going to mint the contract, and we're going to put the full supply, which is going to be 21 million. Let me go ahead and update that. We're going to mint the contract. We'll put the whole supply along with 118 Solana into the LP, and we're going to lock it. So off of RIP, and this is going to be all of our launches on our new platform. But for WAGMI, let's just kind of stick to that. And we'll launch, as I said, at a 1:1 market cap ratio to LP, which is technically unheard of in the Solana space, especially the meme coin space, because everything, as you all now know, is cabal driven. It's scam. It's basically like we had a nice X space on Kubo's X page today. Solana, for that matter, really the whole crypto space has been compromised. So, the way we're approaching this is like the new generation of crypto. And as I kind of explained it on the X space, everything that we have seen for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years, however long you've been in here, you now know it's all basically been a embezzlement scheme, right? Now, have I made it? Of course, but that was luck. Let's just be perfectly clear. Anybody who claims that they knew the whole time how to trade and get rich, they're full of shit. They're just liars. So, and there's good TA guys, but I'm just talking about collectively for the whole space. Almost all of you have gotten wrecked. So the only way to change the trajectory of the crypto space is to do it this way. There is no other options. And I'm not trying to get overly paranoid here and be a doomer, but it's just a fact. So I'm going to go over all of this and I'm going to show you why and explain it to you also. So this isn't just Scott on an X space saying, hey, trust me, bro. I don't even like those trust me, bro guys. So anyway, moving on. So we're going to launch on Radium, 1-to-1 market cap. So we're going to jam fat liquidity into the launch, and which is going to keep at a minimum the the massive price increases and decreases. Right? Usually, most shit coins launch with what, $500 in Solana. So you get these massive swings, right? So we're going to keep that at a minimum, which will allow whales to want to invest in our tokens because there's not going to be so somebody can $8,000, $2,000, $3,000 and not have to get worried about getting wrecked because it's not going to swing the price up to where it triggers all the G's. So now that we've minted the contract and we've jammed a ton of Solana into the LP along with the full mint, what does that mean? Okay, that's basically true decentralization. Decentralization meaning not one entity can control the supply. So we've already kind of corrected and cured the biggest problem in the space, which is supply control. As y'all well know, everything is supply control driven right now. You're all getting wrecked because everything's 40 to 80% bundled, and you're like, oh, this is so cool. Yeah, man, I'm going to get rich. And then you get wrecked and you're fucked. So then you get on X and you just cry and whine about it. So we're eliminating that. So basically off of RIP, our launches are going to be pure and clean, like never done on Solana. Plus, we're going to have a nice hefty LP on top of that. Now, let's move on. The fee builders. Now, this is kind of where the whole trajectory of meme coins, for example, take place starting tomorrow with the WAGMI launch. Now, where it goes market cap wise, I don't know. Like I told everybody on the X space today, I am only Scott. I can only do so much. It takes a team. It takes calls, influencers, marketers, and all that. We'll get into that here shortly. But we are now building an all-inclusive, for lack of a better terms, payroll system, and we're keeping the fees in-house. So unlike Pump Fund, which made $1 billion in fees last year, they kept all that money. You did not get shit. There's not one holder, one investor of anything that launched on Pump Fund where you could actually say, Scott, that's just not true. Pump Fund paid me all kinds of fees when they just did not pay you shit. You got nothing. Nada. That changes now as well. And I'll explain. So here we go. This is the fee builder. So keep in mind that this is public to you. Whenever we launch a token WAGMI, you will be able to click on WAGMI and then view everything that we're doing because it is a full, transparent, decentralized platform. Meaning when we say a percentage of the creator fees are going here into this wallet, you will be able to see it because you can check up on us. Holy shit, what a concept. Now, we'll have the distribution trigger set at 0.10. So that's the trigger to start paying out the fees down chain or down line, whatever term you want to use. So for now, this is for example purposes only. So this is the creator wallet. Basically, the LLC, Legal X Global LLC, for those of you who do not know, is a legally registered crypto holding company in the state of Texas. You can look it up and cry all you want. I mean, this is what the space does. No, because we built this whole ecosystem to make sure that all of our tokens, including our memes, are registered crypto assets under the LLC. So the creator wallet will technically, if you want to look at it that way, will be revenue that comes in for the actual company. It's not for me. It's not for Jennifer. It's not for my team. It is for the company so we can actually operate. Now, unlike Pump Fund and Bags and all the other platforms, they keep all the fees, right? They say, fuck you, we're going to get rich and you go screw yourself. We're going to do it the complete opposite. All the fees that come in are going to be passed down chain. I'll get into that. But I'm just doing this for an example. You know, I don't want to do that because y'all will get scared. Let me put the creator fee. Let me put the creator wallet at 1%. Holy shit. Because you'll be like, oh my God, you're going to keep 2% of all the creator fees. And I'm like, no, dude, it was a fucking practice. So here, let me lower it to 1 because I know some of y'all will throw a hissy fit. All right, here we go. So 1% of the 4% is now basically gone for terms. It's spoken for, right? It shows us right here. We have 3% available to play with. So what we're going to do is the distribution token will be in Solana, right? So here we go with rewards. And if you see down here, it says additional fee options. So this is what we can do as a launch board with access to the creator fees, the fees that come in that everybody else keeps and embezzles for themselves and does not pay out. We are going to pay it out, and you will be able to see down to the damn last penny where these fees go. So let's start with reward. So what we're going to do with WAGMI, for an example, we are going to start off of launch at 0.10%. So 0.10% of the 4%. So basically, for let's just say for every $4,000 of creator fees that come in every day, that's on $100,000 of trading volume. This will get what is that? $400. So that goes into the rewards, which pays out to the holders. We're going to do all the holders as long as you are holding 0.10%. Not 0.01, but 0.10. You see it? And we can change this on the fly. I can move it to 1. I can do 5. We're going to keep it at 0.1% just so we cannot be called, oh, you're keeping everything to yourself. No, we're not. So this is public. This is all transparent. You can see it. So when we claim it and we make a post on X and say, look, we're upping the rewards to 20%, you will be able to see it in real time. All I have to do is log into my portal, click, 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 0.20%, boom, changed. So let's go back down to 0.10. So off of RIP, so what we're going to do is for every $250,000 market cap that WAGMI does up to 1 million, we're going to move this up 0.10%. So at $500,000, we'll go to 0.20. At 750, we'll go to 0.30. At $1 million, we'll go to 0.40. And we're going to, from there, at 1 million market cap, we're going to move the needle to 5 million market cap. And then we'll cap this at 0.50% of the 4%. So it's almost a quarter of all of the fees. We are paying it to you. We're not keeping it. It's going to you. And it's all transparent. This is not hard. This is good for the space. You have to embrace it. Because this has never been done before because of greed. And y'all are fortunate that I've already made great money in crypto, and I don't have to wake up and scam fuckers. It's bullshit. I'm not even, well, number one, I think I'm probably too old for that. All these scammers are all these young cats, right? So I'm Gen X, man. I'm trying to build this out because I would rather have a lot of a little. No, excuse me. I would rather have a little of a lot. That's when I wake up every day. It's all I care about. So that is why as we expand this and I build a bigger internal call team and push team and raiders, now we control everything that goes on in the space because now we can pay it out. And it's not being paid with supply because all of the supply is locked. Moving on. So buybacks, as we were talking about today, in the X space, the same thing applies. When we launch WAGMI, I'm going to set off a rip a 0.10% buyback mechanism. So it's going to buy on chart and burn the Solana or burn the token. So they are not our token. Our rewards get paid down in stable or Solana. It's never paid in supply. So we don't ever have to sell supply to convert to Solana, which is going to, again, add another layer of protection to the charts. So if we launch with a full mint, locked in LP, and there's no insiders, there's no supply control, there's no heavy, weighted bundles and all that bullshit that's all a scam, and we add a buyback mechanism that doesn't sell the token off to convert, then y'all can start doing the math here. Now we're building a model of runners. Like the space needs runners, like long-term runners. And the only reason why we don't get any runners anymore is because it's all a scam. It's all compromise. It's all cabal-funded extortion. That's it. That's it. There's no other explanation. It's done. Solana is fucked. And this is the only way it can be changed. This is it. You're looking at it. So either the space backs this up or he's done. Y'all are going to have to move the Ethereum. So let's move it on. So the same thing applies. So every time we move up the rewards, which is right here, we move up the same percentage on the buyback, which this will cap at 0.50%. Understand? This is very simple to follow. Now, if we scroll to the top, we have now 2% of the creator fees available, right? The creator wallet gets 1. Rewards are now 0.50%. The buyback's at 0.50%. So now, Scott, what else can we do to make everybody successful and get actually some kind of cut of their share? So what is it going to take to create runners? Well, obviously we need a push. So I can't do it. Like I told everybody on the next phase, I can't push it myself. I'm just one guy. What the fuck? So it takes a team, and that's what we have. So I'm going to bypass marketing because we're not going to use it. I'm going to go to custom. So this includes everybody: calls, influencers, marketers, bull posters, raiders, whoever we are paying. And we call it a quote unquote payroll. We're putting people on a payroll system now because we are now going to pay them out of the creator fee percentage instead of giving them a supply so they can't nuke your bags. And it all is public. So let's just take my boy Kubo, for example. Kubo, I'm just going to call him a bull poster. I'm going to label, so everybody will get a label. So when we make an announcement and say, hey, we brought on board such and such, such and such, it's going to be right here. Kubo, bull poster. His wallet address will be public. He can't bullshit. We can't bullshit. It is open and transparent. So let's just say we put him at 0.5%. So Kubo, for all of his hard work and being a bull poster, based on how many times he does it, and if he's a very active bull poster, which he is, he'll get 0.05% of the creator fees of the 4% right here. So as you can see, we're now down to 1.95. So we're getting shorter, right? The available creator fee percentage is now dropping because we are now funneling it back to you and let's just call them our insider team, because my goal is, like I said on X Space, I still have to build out a team, and we have a long way to go, by the way. Ideally, I want, for the whole board, which is the APR board, I want 40 or 50 legitimate players, like on my payroll, whether it's calls, influencers, whatever the case may be. We want to control them now and try to remove them from the cabal clique, right? Because now this is going to be the most transparent launchpad in the history of crypto. And we'll get there. It's okay. I don't expect all of them to just jump over here, and it's okay. No big deal. So that's just Kubo. So we need to add another bull poster. So let's just do, all right. So I brought on Unique today. So let me add Unique. He's a call. Just say we agree. Now, let me put his address right here. Let's just say we agreed on 0.052. So he will get this percentage of the creator fees for doing his job. He will be pull posting, he'll be calling, he'll be hitting up his privates, his TGs. This is his job, right? And again, y'all will know who it is because it will be public. This is all going to be public. You cannot hide it. So now, like I said, this allows calls like Unique or bull posters like Kubo to now be able to work freely on in their connections and in their circles, because they don't have to worry about us rugging them. But the flip side is I don't have to worry about them having any supply unless they bought it. They're going to have to buy on chain, just like I do. If I want to own WAGMI, I'm going to have to buy it just like the rest of them, because there are no drops, there's no pre-sales, there's no bundles, there's nothing. It's 100% of the mint is thrown into the LP and lock. So we make these announcements. So let's keep going. We need more calls. So let's just do Block, even though Block does all of our design work. But for the video, I'm going to say he's a call. Block call. This wallet address. Boom, 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 boom. And let's just say we give him 0.03%. All right. But so we can go for as long. Right, I can add freaking 40 calls on my team, and all of their wallets are going to be public along with their percentage. Right, it's gorgeous, isn't it? And it's all transparent, everybody. It's not a lie. There's no games going on. There's no embezzlement schemes going on like pump fund and bags and everything else. It is all fully open and transparent for the first time in the history of crypto. So again, what are y'all going to do about it? Are you going to back this new model, or are you just going to keep getting wrecked on pump fund? It's your call. This stuff doesn't matter to me personally because I've already made it in the space. I wanted this build out and this model and this transparency because the space needed it. It's bullshit. Everything's a fucking scam, and you know it. This eliminates all that because we completely eliminated scams just on this platform. Done. It's over. Starting tomorrow, scams end officially. Now, it's up to you. If y'all keep buying them, it's on you. Nobody can help you. We're just going to keep laughing at you. So let's just add, let's just say we have let's just say we have influencer. Influencer. Hey, I'm just giving you an example. Address goes public. We make the announcement. They make the announcement as well that they are now part of our team. And we give that influencer, let's just say 0.10%. Boom. They're in, they're good, it's public, it's all transparent. Nobody can hide, nobody can lie, nobody can cheat, nobody can steal. And here we go. We go back up to the top, and it shows we have still available 1.77%. So let me give some hypotheticals here. Say we have all the calls, and our marketing team is all put together for WAGMI, and we still have 1% total. I'm just giving you for that example, right? So the community is going to say, okay, hey, we still have 1%. What can we do with it? So we can do whatever the hell we want to do with it, right? So we can do marketing, so to speak. So if we want, like I was saying in the last video, we can, and I'm not big on charity in the crypto space because we all kind of know that whenever this charity stuff starts brought up, it's all a scam anyway, and they just keep the money. So, but what we can do now, since this whole UI is transparent, say something happens in the world and it's like big time news and somebody needs some kind of financial help. Now, we as a team, we can reach out to that individual party, say, look, we own LegalX Global LLC. We're running a meme called WAGMI. We have the ability to maneuver our creator fees to raise funds for your issue or your problem or your charity, right? And we can do this with anybody. I mean, we can find an athlete or an artist or any kind of star. We can do it whatever we want because the 1%, that's technically our money. That's not my money. It's our money, that 1%. So if y'all want to run a narrative and we can hop on board a hype train, just to get WAGMI out there more, then we can agree on that. We can get a deal. So let's just say charity, should just say it's charity, whatever. And then we can do, here's a receiving address. Boom, 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 boom. And let's just say we do like 0.20%. Added, done. So now we go up top. We still have 1.57% left, and we can start doing whatever we want. Look, if we want, we can do a push. We can do a market cap push. So let's just say we're kind of sitting stale at a certain market cap, and we can say, look, this is what we'll do. If we can push, if we can 2x our market cap within a month or two, depending on the market, we'll up the reward. So we'll go to a full percent on the rewards, which we can do. We can do whatever we want, man. I can lower it or go to 0.60. Sorry, I can lower, raise, do whatever the hell we want to do. Or guess what? I can lower from the creator. I can take out of the creator, go to 0.90%, and it puts more back into the pool, right? Into the available pot. And we can do that. We can raise buybacks up to 0.60%. Whatever the case is, we can maneuver these fees. That is the point. And it keeps everybody behaving, right? And what that does is it eliminates basically all FUD. Unless you just have personal feelings and you have emotional problems because crypto's wrecked your brain, you can't say anything about our projects because we have created the ultimate decentralized play. And then we've allowed to let everybody track it. Full transparency. Never been done. Now, some of y'all might not like my delivery. You might not like me, and that's okay. I don't like half y'all motherfuckers anyway. But here's the deal. I would kind of like to start making money again, and I think most of y'all would too. So this allows us to finally start working together, egos aside, because this is all public, right? So you're not going to be able to come to me like, let's say like a big time cabal call hits me up and says, Scott, man, I'm going to need like 0.30 of 0.40% to push. You think we're going to do? You think I'm going to do that shit? I'm not. No, fuck you. Because guess what? I have to do. I have to go in here, do custom. Let's just do call number 3, wallet. Boom, 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 boom. Give him point. Here, let me slide this. Say he wants 0.30%, which is a fat share of the fees for one person, right? Now, if he was like a legitimate superstar in the call space, we'll talk about it. But let's just say he's just a regular big time player, not like top tier, but a second tier call. And he wants 30%. He demands 0.30%. And we say no. We're not going to sign him up. As I told Unique earlier, and I like Unique. I said, look, we're not chasing calls. You will get paid what we agree upon. But keep in mind that a big time call, when they start acting selfish, and then they hit me up in DM and say, Scott, well, don't you know who I am? Well, quite frankly, nobody gives a shit anymore. Y'all ain't pumped shit in forever, and y'all been called down as being part of the cabal and the scam. So I'm not incentivized to really bring you fucks on my team because now I have access to a payroll system. So I can bring on board whatever I want. But it's the attitude, right? It's these big time, the bigger time calls have got this attitude where, the crypto space is all them. They created it. Nah, bitch, you created it for your pocketbooks, but everybody else got wrecked. So we're not going to allow that kind of person to enter into our internal team. They're going to have to be team players. And what I mean by that is they're going to have to constantly be pushing. If we're going to pay you every day from our creator fee pool, you will be posting as much as we want you. Now, obviously, we don't want to water it down, but that is your job. So, usually a big call will want, 5, 10K plus 2% of supply. Hell no. Hell no. Those days have officially ended. We are no longer going to do that. And it's good because finally this supply control problem has been fixed, and an influencer or a call or a promoter can no longer, I call them threat actors. They can no longer threaten the community. I'm going to nuke my bag if you don't give me what I want. So look, those are the people that we now do not want part of this new generation moving forward. We just don't want them. Let them kind of stay in their own world and scam everybody else. They're not welcome here. But if they're open-minded, they're like, hey, Scott, dude, this is kind of cool. Because you got to remember, this is just for WAGMI. This is going to happen on all of our launches. And what if you're what if you're a dev and you want to launch your own meme token on our board? Guess what? You can come to us, you can launch on our board. We will provide you the same call team that we have for free, and you run the same model. You run the same model. So I'm trying to build within this whole ecosystem our own internal, basically marketing team, for lack of a better term, and we can keep them in-house because now we can keep everybody paid launch after launch after launch after launch, and they're safe, unruggable, decentralized, and it's all transparent for everybody to see, right? So now the leverage that we have as a company is, let's go here, the creator wallet is 0.90%. So what will happen is there's going to be a time, because it happens all the time, where the space is like, well, that's just too much money. You should never be able to have 0.90%. And our response is going to be, okay, well, you had no problem buying pump fund shitters and they embezzled billions and you said nothing. So look, we're not going to fall prey to the chaos and the loudness from the immature, emotionally wrecked part of the space, because you don't want a company to make anything. So that's not going to happen. We're going to make something, but the good thing is we're not keeping all of it or the majority. If anything, we're getting the smallest piece of the pie. And like I said, and depending on the runner, like if we happen to catch a big runner where, it's 50, 100 million market cap and it's completely viral and the whole space is fucking shilling it, dude, come on, man. You already know what we're going to do. I'll lower the creator fee. Let's just say we lower it down to 0.60%. That jams up more in the available. And guess what I can do? We can bring on a big time player call or an influencer, whatever we want. So I can go down here, click custom, do call number 4. This is for example purposes only. I'm giving y'all different vibes here. Call 4. They're going to want, let's say they want 0.10%, which is a lot. Receiving address, boom, 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 boom. We put it here. Guess what? And we're now being able to afford the ability to continue to expand and push our own tokens. And it's all transparent for the whole wide world to see. Isn't that simply amazing, everybody? It kind of almost makes you feel good, doesn't it? So you won't get wrecked. I won't get wrecked. As a dev, we don't have to worry about bitching and complaining. As a call, they don't have to worry about bitching and complaining. Because if anybody bitches and complains about this model, just between a man to man, you just need to leave crypto. Just goodbye, log off. The perfect model has been created, and this is it. So we are going to launch WAGMI tomorrow, and it'll be my job and everybody else's to kind of start pushing this out and seeing what happens. Now, obviously, the market is complete shit, so I'm not expecting, amazing results, but you never know, right? But I personally, just for me personally, I don't really care too much about that. What I care about first and foremost is all of this tech working. Once we launch token right here, you see click button, and this all starts working and everybody's getting their cut, their payouts, and it all starts adding up, then it's game on, because now the promotion starts stepping up, because now we have full on-chain data with a transparent UI where everybody can see everything. And that's all I care about, man. That's all I ever care about, because it eliminates all the bullshit. It's gone. So that's that. So anyway, I'm going to get this uploaded, get this out, and then tomorrow is launch day. So y'all have a good one. If y'all have anything, just hit me up on TG or on X. See y'all.